Well, with me is Issam Ikemawi from the BBC's Arabic service. And Issam, obviously these talks are being hailed as a positive step forward by the diplomats. How does Syria's opposition see it?
They're critical of it. There was a meeting 10 days ago in Riyadh with the main opposition groups. They called for the removal of President Assad. So their first reaction to the agreement last night, to the resolution last night, that this is a betrayal of the conference in Riyadh, which called for for Syria without Assad. Very strong words. Obviously they're not happy. They would like to see Assad leave now rather than wait until the end of the process. It depends how the process is going to be implemented on the ground. Who's going to enforce the ceasefire, for instance? What about the people who are not included, like the so-called Islamic State and the Nusra Front? Where do they fit in to this new equation?
That's a very open question, isn't it? And if the Syrian opposition groups are not happy, what about the government? What's coming through state media? How is it describing this outcome?
Well, the state media is quite relieved that there was no mention of Assad leaving now. So they're trying to present this, that Syria is prepared to work with the international community to stabilize the situation and bring peace to Syria. So as far as they're concerned, this is good news because it does not require the removal of Assad.
And that's such a turnaround, isn't it? Think just 18 months ago or so when you had John Kerry and others saying there are no two ways about this, Assad has to step down now.
Yes, I mean, you have to think of Russia. I think the Russians have been exerting their influence. There's a great deal of pressure. Now Russia is one of the key players in Syria, so the Russians have insisted that no mention of Assad should be included if Russia were to coordinate with the West on the future of Syria.
And yet I suppose this is the only way you get Assad or his representatives to any sort of negotiating table.
Absolutely. He's banking on the Russian support with the international community, hoping that with time the international community or the West position on him staying in power might change, and that probably this is why he sees this as a positive development.
Issam, thank you very much for giving us some insight into reaction there. Thank you.